And we have to really think deeply from the heart rather than the mental concepts of the mind. And because that's just too easy, somebody has dictated that type of knowledge and information and data, and even called it wisdom.
My question is, in terms of COVID and this sense of this moment, how to be with COVID in a way that isn't oppositional. And I know you spoke a little bit about that, and what you've said there, but it goes beyond a kind of abstraction. I feel that there's an actual different kind of capability that it feels possible when approaching through different language.
Well, I think the ability to not objectify COVID as an enemy, the cause and effect um, uh, duality of enemy, friend or foe, means and implies like we're afraid of something and we must defeat it. So everything is in the war language. When we don't really perceive that the war language we're speaking is actually a language against Earth. It's a war against the Earth. And we have to really think deeply from the heart rather than the mental concepts of the mind. And because that's just too easy, somebody has dictated that type of knowledge and information and data, and even called it wisdom. But the experiencing of the language is what we need, the energies of that which the tree, we can't really decode the tree, even though we try to take it apart. So when you are accepting something as just that it is, there's no need for theory. And this is, there's more imagination, there's more creativity when there's no theory. You see, because you're actually enacting the mystery of living with something, having peace with the trees, with all that is the ancestors that have been so long before we ever came here. And who does the Western world go to? Its own kind. And our experience as a species is lonely, even lonelier now, because look how much we're accepting technology so easily. And so when we defer, like I have to, in my language of Lakota, defer to English, it really kind of uh, turns you into a cynic because English is such a baby-like language spiritually, and it has to have religion, it has to have control, and it's all about self-centeredness on even that so much as anthropocentric. And it sounds like criticism because that's all it offers. But if you have a language of inclusion and community, it's just not about human beings. In fact, one of my names, Toka, um, uh, um, Oyate Toka, Tokahe Wichakie, means to put all others before himself. So that means the whole library of knowledge, information, experience is in front of me. And so this has always kept me going as that's the source of life, not the resource that we are planning to recycle and soon will run out. So that energy of language is is powerful, and the semantics of English have taken it apart that we don't even speak the etymology of what we truly intend. And it's a new baby language anyway. It's one of the youngest languages in the world. Our language that we say is at least 200,000 years old, but we don't have those time concepts and no need for them. It's time immemorial. And so I know a lot of colonized natives won't accept it because they've been away from that and they accept a dictionary, but you cannot live a dictionary of Lakota. You have to experience it, and this is why it's better living and passing the language along as close company in with community of the earth, until you get a very multi-dimensional, non-analytical language of acceptance with all other life that breathes life into you. And so we're not in the restricted way of duality. Is it right or is it wrong? It just is. And that's hard to get out of that box I described earlier. And so we are in the box and we're all trying to get out, but with the same language that got us in the box in the first place. You see?
Yeah.
And yeah.